Today we are exploring the fascinatingly beautiful medieval city of Saint Emilion, France. Located in the Bordeaux region, this small city is a UNESCO World Heritage site and is known for its world-class delectable wines and storybook-like enchanting streets. Join me on a journey as we explore the best things to do and see in this quaint city and find out what makes it one of the best villages to visit in France.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Project Gaia. JP here, and today we are in St Emilion, France. Now, a lot of people haven't heard of this city. It's this amazingly maintained medieval city in the Bordeaux wine region of France. So it's about 20 miles or so east of Bordeaux, the main city. And what's so special about it? Well, the entire city is a UNESCO World Heritage site, right? So the entire city is. It has amazing beauty, and it's filled with vineyards all around and lots of wine shops. And if you're into wine, you're really going to enjoy Saint Emilion. And it's just an amazingly beautiful city. I mean, just the city in itself is just an open-air medieval museum, so it's really cool to see. Also, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of the best sites to see while you're here in Saint Emilion. There's not too many sites. Most of the allure is, the shopping, the wine, just the beautiful scenery, but there are some. So, let's begin. So the first thing, how to get to Saint Emilion. So it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You'll probably get it from Bordeaux, and we are now here in Bordeaux's Saint-Jean station, which is like the main station. You can connect to all parts of France from this very station. It's a huge station. And the train you want to get is towards Sarlat, but you're not going to go all the way to Sarlat. You're going to go about 2 stops to Saint Emilion. So the train's about 10 to 20 euros depending on when you buy it and demand, but it gets you there in about 30 minutes, so this is the way to go. Now, when you get off the train at the Saint Emilion station, it's going to drop you off here. So you're in the middle of French wine country in Bordeaux, right? So you're going to see a bunch of wine vineyards everywhere, chateaus. It's really cool. It is about a 10 to 15 minute walk to the actual medieval town of Saint Emilion. There are little shuttles that can take you there. They're called jut-juts or juk-juts or tuk-tuks, something like that. And it's like a little golf cart that'll take you there for like 5 euros. But the walk is pretty short. And you get this amazing scenery.
Once you get off the train, you are greeted by rolling hills and beautifully picturesque wine vineyards. It is a welcoming introduction to the city and helps you connect to Saint Emilion's rich winemaking heritage. When you approach the city, you will be awestruck by the quaint and enchanting streets as well as the old-world, centuries-old architecture. I encourage you to arrive early when the tourists are still asleep, and you can basically have the whole city to yourself. Wander the medieval lanes and take it all in before the crowds. As you will see later, it can get quite busy and is actually one of the most popular tourist destinations in France. So having an early start will allow you to bask in the ambience in a more reflective manner. First, check out Saint Emilion's Catholic Collegiate Church. This remarkable testament to medieval architecture and religious devotion is a must-see when visiting. Constructed between the 12th and 15th centuries, this grand Gothic and Romanesque church is one of the largest monastic structures in France. The church's cloisters, with their serene and elegant arches, once served as a place of contemplation and prayer for Augustinian monks. Inside, the church boasts a stunning mixture of architecture styles, including soaring vaulted ceilings that draw the eye heavenward. The church's stained glass windows illuminate the sacred space with vibrant colors, telling the stories of faith which have endured for centuries. Beyond its religious significance, the church is a symbol of Saint Emilion's rich cultural heritage, attracting visitors from around the world who come to admire its beauty, connect to their spirituality, and to reflect on its historical legacy. Saint Émilion is known for its iconic views due to its hilly topography. The city is known for its dramatic ascents and descents, which produce portrait-like vistas like this one. Make sure you walk around and get glimpses of the quaint and enchanting village pushed up against the lush countryside. That's what I was doing until it started to pour, so figured I'd start the wine tasting tour a little early. I guess the rain is necessary to feed the grapes that make this amazingly supple Bordeaux region wines.
Now, another place that you have to check out when you're here in Saint Emilion is the Cloisters Les Cordeliers. That's where we are now. So what this is, it's this very cool concept. So it's a 14th century cloisters that has been turned into a wine bar. A lot of people have weddings here, and it's very romantic and very cool and very chic. A lot of people have picnics here, and you can, have some of this fine Bordeaux wine here amongst these 14th century ruins, basically. So it really is cool and kind of romantic. So definitely check this out.
Wander through the medieval grounds and gardens of Cloisters Les Cordeliers and immerse yourself in the history and creative repurposing of this amazing ruin. Look up and be inspired by the medieval craftsmanship and stop for lunch or a drink in this peaceful and attractive setting. But make sure you don't feed this guy, because then he won't leave you alone.
Okay, so I've decided to have lunch in the cloister. I got an amazing basket here. It comes with a baguette. And I got this soft cheese. It was recommended to me. I don't know exactly what it is. Fromage fraîche chèvre. So, looks good. And sausage, right? And then I'm gonna wash it all down with a wine from the local region, Saint Emilion wine, called Le Champion from 2015. So, cheers.
I recommend leaving the center of the town and wander its perimeter. Here's where the real beauty lies, as you are greeted by surreal vistas that seem to pop out of a painting. You will be in awe and your senses invigorated as you see the beauty, smell the vineyards, and hear the church bells of this destination frozen in time.
So where we're standing now is one of the last remaining entrances to the city. This is called Port Brunet. So this was built, this entrance, in 1200, right? So it's about a little over 800 years. And what I find so fascinating about European cities in general is that it's city, like very dense urban city, and then once you cross the border of the city, it's rural. It's not something we're used to in the United States. In the United States, we have several tens of 20s of 30 miles of suburbs before it turns rural, right? Here it's not the case. So it's either urban, very densely populated, or rural. So you'll notice once you exit the city gate, it becomes extremely rural with rolling hills and vineyards and just amazing scenery. And then you come up to the city and it's this densely built urban population. So one thing you must see when you're here in St Emilion is the King's Tower, which we're in now. We're in the middle of it. Now, there's a lot of debate, it's kind of mystery, if it was commissioned by Louis XIII of France or Henry III of England when Saint Emilion was under English control. But what I think is fascinating is they know about the time period. It was in the 1200s, probably between the 1200s to 1300s. Look at this stonework. I mean, it is just perfect. It is these grand, formidable, just giant stones stacked on top of each other with the best craftsmanship. I mean, this will last another 1,000 years, right? And houses built today, you're lucky if you'll have them for 50 years. So I think it's just amazing the craft that's put into these amazingly beautiful and formidable medieval buildings. Another thing that's great about it is you climb your way to the top. It's like, I think, 118 steps. And once you get to the top, you get fantastic views of Saint Emilion. Beautiful views of both the city and the countryside. So definitely make your way up the stairs if you can. As you can see, I cut myself on one of these medieval stairs filming in France a couple days ago, so be very careful. But you go up and you get fantastic views, and it's well worth the climb up.
Climbing your way to the top of the historic King's Tower offers some of the best views in Saint Emilion. Here you can marvel at the beauty of this enchanting medieval city and reflect on your big journey, and contemplate how this may be one of the most beautiful towns you will ever see in your lifetime.
So if there's one site that you absolutely must not miss in Saint Emilion, it is the Église Monolithic, which means Monolithic Church. So what this is the namesake of Saint Emilion. So legend has it that the saint came here in the late 700s, so the 8th century, and came to be a hermit in a cave right on this location. And he was a miracle worker and was an amazing saint in this region of France. And the church was built between the 9th and 12th century, so it's about 1100 to 800 years old, so it's very, very interesting. Also, it is the largest underground church in Europe, so it's very unique, it's very interesting, and it has a very unique vibe. So we're gonna head in. You can only do this with a guided tour. Now, you can get a guided tour online or at the tourism office. They have them a couple tours a day. They have one in English, several in French, and some in Spanish as well. So try to book it in advance and kind of build your day around it, because they fill up fast, especially in the summertime high season. So let's head in. Okay, so I found out right when I got in that you cannot film or take photos inside the Monolithic Church. I know, major fail. But I'll describe it to you. You go down and there's just this really cool labyrinth of tunnels, and it's a lot cooler down there because it's underground. It's like a stone mud floor. And then you enter through these caverns into this big, giant medieval church that's all dug out of rock. It's very large. It's very, very interesting. So I definitely recommend taking a look. This is just something we're going to have to leave a mystery, and you guys will have to check it out when you come here.
The beauty and history of Saint Emilion surround you in every direction. One of the best things to do in the city is simply to wander, reflect, and soak it all in. Walk its narrow medieval streets, smell the vineyards, run your hands along the orchard plants, and create a memory that will last forever.
Now, a big part of traveling to Saint Emilion is trying the different wines, right? So there are tons of different wine shops all over the city. So they range from big chateaus on the edge of town, they actually have vineyards, to kind of these small little caves, to these smaller boutiques. So I recommend you kind of pop in to a couple of them while you're here. You know, don't get too drunk, right? Hopefully you took the train so you're not driving. And, you know, just try the different wines that are available to you. I mean, that's pretty much the fun of coming here, right? Is to just sample all the different wines of this amazing region. Okay guys, this was St Emilion. Now I had a fantastic time showing you one of France's most beautiful cities. I mean, the entire city is a UNESCO World Heritage site. So I mean, the rolling hills, the beauty of the architecture, the beauty of the surrounding landscape, it really is something that you should have on your bucket list when you come to visit France or just in life. Listen guys, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share this video, and leave me your comment below. Let me know what you liked, if there's anything I missed, and what you want to see next time. Until next time guys, take care. Bye.